Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase, pricing, and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch was part of a trio of sector dial timepieces launched at SIHH in 2017. There was a chronograph, a geographic, and the Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Control sector dial. The Master Control, originally the Master Grand Tie in the early 90s, was where the Master 1000 Hours Control began. A testing standard for the fully cased-up watch that went beyond the COSC bare movement test. It was one of the first in-house trials introduced by manufacturers that went beyond the chronometer minimum, and in time, the Master Control became the namesake of an entire model line, of which this is the core model. Now, this is discontinued, but people remember it well. The 39mm sector dial, inspired not by an actual wristwatch from Jaeger-LeCoultre, but a series of pocket watches made by the company. The wristwatch iteration of the sector dial in steel is 39mm in diameter, 9mm thick, and 46.7mm from lug to lug with a 20mm spacing between the lugs. The watch wears nicely. The strap is very stiff and it's not broken in, but as it softens up, you'll find this will wear well on a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference, so even for a lady it's a good size, and for a gentleman it's beautifully discreet and handsomely proportioned. You can see it'll easily fit under a dress shirt or cuff, and then down the barrel, even pulling the strap tightly, it is an unbroken in fresh strap. An alligator is always stiff, but you can see those lugs are nowhere near the edge of my wrist. Taking a look at the strap, you can see JLC is not cutting corners, large rectangular symmetrical scales. This is a very high quality cut of the animal and an expensive one. Gloss black monotone stitch, sheer cut edge lacquered. You can see on the bottom, calf skin, no crimping, no gouging, brand new factory strap, and a simple steel pin buckle. The Master Control cases of the 2010s were much more graceful than the Master Control cases of the 2000s. In the 2010s, JLC took a page from the Master Ultra Thins and made the standard Master cases more graceful. With handsome, thin, tapered lugs, the watch is the epitome of elegance. And you can see the case back is stepped in somewhat, so it sits even lower than its measured thickness of 9mm when it's on the wrist. There's a bit of a soft bevel on the side of the lug. All of this is polished. There's no satination. We have a JL logo on the crown, and the watch is 50 meters water resistant, but with a push down rather than a screw down crown. I just say take it as more water resistance than a dress watch typically needs, but not swimmable water resistance. Remember, most dress watches are 30 meters. This is 50, but since this crown isn't a screw down, I don't recommend you swim with it. Taking a look at the bezel, you can see it's a very shallow conical plane and somewhat stepped in from the case band to thin the watch visually. A little bit of camber to the crystal over a dial that features sectors, a number of colors. We've got black, we've got silver, we've got blue, and you can see the use of blue on silver date disc. We've also got a couple of different finishes. Opaline center, then we have a concentric brushed metallic grain, two different tones of silver you can see side by side. Even though both are silver, the contrast is obvious. The sectors are defined by the radially arrayed indices, and you can see that we've got tri-Arabic numerals 6, 9, and 12. The watch has lovely blued, skeletonized syringe-style hands for the hours and minutes and a counterweighted lancet-style seconds hand. The watch does feature a stop seconds function, instantaneous date change, and then it also has a quick set with a nice snappy action to it. Rolling over now, you can see on the case back we have JLC caliber 899, the auto-tractorized version of the old 889. What do I mean by that? Well, mostly that it includes refinements over the older movement, like unidirectional winding instead of bidirectional. Unidirectional is more efficient. Ceramic ball bearings rather than steel. A free-sprung balance rather than a mobile stud index with the Triovis system. And I do believe there's a laser-welded hairspring on these 899s, and the hairspring might even be made by Lange. I know Lange for a long time was a supplier of hairsprings to Jaeger-LeCoultre. We have KIF shock protection, because JLC is always a little bit different. They use the sort of boutique-y alternative to Inca Block. Now, this automatic winder has a 4 hertz beat rate, stop seconds, quick set, 32 pivot jewels, 38-hour power reserve, and a little bit of hand finishing too. It's mostly a combination of mechanical majority, manual minority decoration, but there's still some artisanal elements here, and the sum total is quite attractive. These Master Controls were adjusted to a tolerance because there are different tolerances of the Master Control test for different sizes and shapes of movements, but the Master Controls were about minus 1+6, I believe, when these were made. So that goes far beyond the COSC. And remember, the Master 1000 Hours Control, it's a little note of it here, was a 6-position, fully cased-up test of chronometry, not a bare movement like the COSC, and not 2 weeks, but over 41 days. Also winding efficiency, power reserve, durability, and water resistance. So a full battery of tests for this Master Control. We have genuine fired blued screws. We have stripes on the rotor as well as the bridges, satination on wheels. We also have polished screws. There's engine turning on the base plate. It's a good-looking movement from one of the great manufacturers in watchmaking. This may have been the most roundly attractive Jaeger-LeCoultre watch of the 2010s, and it remains a rock star model for fans of the brand. If you want to get into high horology, this is the gateway. Reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.